What's up, guys? It is 6:20 a.m. in Seoul. I'm actually starting my day a little late. Tried to wake up at 5, but slept a little late, so woke up at 5:30. Today's gonna be a very, very fast stream. I think I'm gonna be gone. Just for my sanity's sake, I think I'm gonna leave in like 20 minutes. So it'll be a very, very short stream. That said, let me actually just share this link with the Discord. All right, so oh, what? That's the wrong. There we go. Okay, so yeah, should my morning routine be 6 a.m. casual stream? I think here's sort of what's happening right now. I'm trying to put together my work schedule, and I have a bunch of tests to go over. And and I'm going to, yeah, you know what? No, never mind. This is kind of like hard to explain. Basically, I just need to make a new streaming schedule based on what I need to prepare for for my summer, and some of that, primarily most of that's going to be PSATs. I think because I didn't cover the PSATs in the last couple months, so I'll be covering some PSATs, but it's not going to be that many, so that can't make my entire morning routine. So instead, I'll have to do something else, but a little unclear on what I should be doing. So yeah, that's my situation. Now, today I just want to go right into the YouTube comments, see if there's anything that was interesting to reply to. What advice? You know what? That was this is an okay question, so I'm gonna go ahead and save this question to my FAQ page. Okay, so actually, I want to even go back and read over this just because it helps me to remember what I think, and just to review what I think. But before I do that, I'm gonna bring some coffee over. So quick break, coffee. Okay. Hey, what's up? So this was a pretty good question from yesterday. Just gonna review it real quick, get my brain started. So what advice would I give to a non-native English speaker? Here, I'm gonna move over to my new Notion page. What happened? Okay. So it's always a little hard. This is a pretty good question in the sense that, there's actually all specific details that I can work with. But the real hard part of this question is that the student didn't tell me what level he or she is currently at. But the thing is, it's a different world. It's a different life going from 520 to 620, and then like 570 to 620. That's like two different things. So, and also how fast that you need it. When do you think you'll be able to get it by? Because I should create a name for this, but there's gonna be like a golden triangle. Okay, I'm trying to make it up right now. There is the golden triangle of speed on one side, on one point. Skill level, and hang on, I need to think about this a little more clearly. But yeah, if I something like there's a triangle, and you need out of three things, you can only get two. Something like that. I'm trying to make a trilemma. I don't know if you guys know what a trilemma is, but basically, there's yeah. I should think about this a little to make it nice and neat. But you can only get two of these three things at any given time. That's what I'm trying to say, but I don't know what they are. I need to like sort it out in my head first. Okay, but like speed, score, no, this is, yeah, I don't think the trilemma idea works, but there are some factors, right? And these factors, and so I'm just gonna go back to my original point. I was getting a little greedy trying to think about this like sort of triangle that I can like use to explain to people. But yeah, if you need a score of 620, like the things I need to know is like what score are you now, and what is your current time frame? Okay, because that changes how you should be practicing. Like if you are going to be trying to get, like if you're trying to go from 520 to 620, and you're trying to practice, you're trying to get a 100-point increase in the verbal in like 1 month, then I probably would say don't even focus that much on reading, just focus on your grammar, assuming that because your grammar is probably not that good. And then just it's a long shot. Honestly, you have to do a lot of grammar search. You have to get your grammar like all the way down, and then you have to get better. Then after that, you need to get better at like sentence order and stuff. I mean, don't even focus that much on reading. Just improve your strategy, right? So it's like, it all depends. It depends on your situation. So it's like, people always want general advice because you know why? Because people always give general advice, but I refuse to give general advice. General advice is not useful. Well, it's sometimes useful, but it's like general advice, you have to just figure out how to, it's so general that you usually have to like translate it into your own situation. So anyway, and plus my whole philosophy is that all students should always understand their needs and understand their reality, right? They can't just be asking questions without understanding themselves, their needs, their reality. And so I'm going to, every time you ask me a question, I'm going to like flip it back on you. It's like, what's your current situation, Lo? Like you think about it. And so, which I think is better for your overall growth anyway. You need to always know what your weaknesses are, what your limitations are. That's how you become a more mature person, but also just like a faster grower. Yeah. Anyway, for this situation, if I assume you had 570 points on the last three practice tests, so you're stably around 570 points. Your learning ability is above average. You have 2 months to practice. I would just say daily vocabulary. It's never too late to start. Just put daily vocabulary into your diet. Learn a couple words a day. Don't try to learn like 500 words a day or 100 words a day or 50 words a day even. Just like learn like 5 to 10. Or even less, like 3 to 5. It's fine as long as you can at least come up with, not a definition. Definitions are not that useful. As definitions are useful when it's like your very first time ever seeing that word. It's like very far and you just want a rough idea. But really, if it's like a common word that college level kids, call it like upper high school level kids and college level kids should be knowing, you really need to start being able to imagine 3 to 5 sentences with that word. So yeah, focus on the sentences. To settle on a strategy, basically test out my strategy. Then also, you only have 2 months, so focus on your strengths. As in, if you're not that good at literature and history, like sacrifice it a little. Don't worry so much about improving that. Focus on the sciences. And yeah, get some practice in. 2 to 3 tests, 10 to 15 passages a week. I won't recommend generally more than that because usually, unless you can dedicate your entire summer to just this, you're not going to be able to do quality review. Okay, you're going to be wasting your test packets by just like taking a test, barely processing what your mistakes were, what your lessons were, and then moving on to the next test. And it's not like if I go to like if I'm practicing golf, right, and I'm on the tee, in Korean we call it takjang, but like like those netted, I don't know what that's called in English, where you like where you just only practice a swing. What do you call that? Like those practice range, I think, something like that. So if you go to like the practice range for golf and literally you're blindfolded and you just keep smashing balls one after another, you just swing, you're going to get very tired very fast, and you might even have some fun, but you're not going to get any better. You're not going to get better because you're not processing. You didn't even see where your ball went. You didn't tweak your approach. You just kept doing the same thing over and over and over again. That's really stupid. So I wouldn't recommend more passages. Other YouTube comments. We don't have a lot of other YouTube comments, so that's that. I just made some jokes here. Some jokes that might get me in trouble. And then we had interesting commentary about a short story I was reading. Someone else left a comment on a short story. Okay, I'm just checking a couple things. Oh, I wrote a long thing here. Oh, this is actually a process elimination question. I should save this. Okay. And these are some of the older ones. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna skip this. Hey, oops. Caps lock. So, Mutton or Mutton, or I don't know how to. It's an upside down E. I forgot what that's called, but that's usually pronounced So Mutton. What's a mutton? What's a mutton, my man? Okay, so I think that's pretty good for the YouTube comments, honestly. Uh, bunch of good, bunch of good questions for the SAT. Yeah, what's up? You can shoot your question. I'm actually gonna look at something in Discord first now, for now, because I remember doing like a long. How is Joseph is talking to me on the stream? Are you even watching the stream right now? Joseph, are you in the stream? Are you just watching but chatting over there? Anyway, so it was good. So it was good. I'm getting you right now. My jet lag is pretty severe, so I start crashing at 6 p.m., which is 7 a.m. in New York. But yesterday I was able to just sort of tough it out, and I stayed awake until 10 p.m. So that would be 11 a.m. in New York where I was. So I'm adjusting. But my first day of class was nonsense. I was not a good teacher that day. So I was so tired. So yeah, getting better. Where are we right now? There was like this long conversation thing. Oh, well, I'm looking at the wrong place. Oh yeah, yeah. This was such a good question. I wanna and Mutton, I don't know if you're still typing your question or whatnot, but you should feel free to type your question because I'm gonna be leaving the stream in like the next 5 minutes. I actually kind of have to hurry. So, okay, I see your question now. Give me a second though. Let me just paste this here because I'm not gonna be able to review it right now, but I need to paste it so I don't forget later on, okay? Because what I'm doing right now is I'm just like organizing all the best questions and my best answers into a spread into a sheet. But yeah. Dude, why is it numbered? Oh no. Hang on. How do I get rid of the numbers? Oh, there we go. Okay, you know what? I'll format this later. This is like too much. Yeah. Okay, so this is about the map of the passage. All right. Now, Abazado. Mutton? Is that like a stand-in for O? Okay, anyway. Does B2 or intermediate level English, is that enough for SAT reading? I mean, first, I don't know what B2 is. I'm not sure what standard that is. I'm not an ESL teacher, so I don't know like I don't know like the TOEFLs or like these other tests that are out there in the world. But that question is, even if I did know what B2 was, that would be impossible for me to answer unless you told me a reading score. So I think the first thing to do right now is to take a practice test. Okay, take a practice test. Preferably use one from the College Board. Don't use like something that's published by some third-party publisher. From the College Board, okay, and see what score you get first. Okay, then learn a little bit more about the score that you need for college. Like, it depends on what school you're trying to go to. Like, if you're trying to go to like the Loyola University of Chicago or Northwestern in Chicago or UChicago in Chicago, there's gonna be different. You're gonna need different scores, SAT scores, to get into them. So depending on what school you want to get into, learn the SAT score you need, and then we should see, right, on the SAT, because a lot of these other English tests do not test the same thing that the SAT tests, so it might not even be relevant. You know, maybe some kid with a B2 has a 700 on the SAT right away, and some other kid with B2 has only 550. You know, I don't think the tests are necessarily even the same, because the SAT focuses a lot on reasoning, which is different from just English comprehension. So, yeah, obviously they're correlated, but they're not going to be the same thing. So I would really just recommend, hey, just take a practice test and see what score you need, and then we could have a better discussion after that point. All right, now I'm just looking at. I was looking at Discord, so I'll just go back to Discord, and then after that, I'll probably have to just. I'll probably have to just go because I'm like busy. All right. So today I just kind of jammed through a very quick stream. Now I gotta go. The main reason I did this, guys, is just that I just want to keep streaming. Like, even though I'm very busy, I'm jet lagged, I'm very confused. I'm trying to adjust, but I don't want to stop streaming. So I just did a quick 20-minute stream today, guys. Let's hang out again. And until then, I'm even gonna try to stream tomorrow, but right now my schedule's a little crazy, so we'll see. But I can't promise right now I don't have a schedule yet, okay? But I'll see you guys soon, and until then, keep on growing. All right, see you guys. Take care. Peace.